Welcome, guys. Good morning to all. Tony Porter. It is Sunday. April 6, 2025, 6:20 a.m. I hope everybody's doing well. And this is Universal Baseball Association. We are playing a game of field day baseball. Mets are at Washington. I'm playing through the 2022 season. And scores 2-0. Philadelphia scored one in the first, then one in the sixth. We're in the top of the seventh. And let's see if the Mets can get something together. It is a guy named Aaron Sanchez on the mound. He is a ground ball pitcher, does not strike out very many at all, contact pitcher. And he's facing Dominic Smith, who's 0 for 2 today, batting 152 on the season, batted 194 on the year. All right, let's roll. Here's a pitch from Aaron Sanchez, and that's a 35. That's ripped and right back up the middle and caught by Sanchez. So it hit on the screws, but Sanchez reacted and snagged it. So here's Eduardo Escobar, 0 for 2, batting 283 on the season. Here's the pitch, and a 14, which is a fly ball to right. Soto's out there. He's under it. Makes the catch, 2-away. Now let me tell you that Escobar is notoriously a slow starter, but in this replay, he's been decent at 280. Here's Jeff McNeil, who's on the season batting 280. He's 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch from Aaron Sanchez, and a 62. Normally he's a strikeout there, but Sanchez does not give up a lot of strikeouts, so that's going to be a bouncer to the shortstop, Strange Gordon, over to first, and that retires the side. We're in the bottom of the seventh, and we're playing 2022. It is May 11th, 2022. And of course, in reality, it is May 6th, 2025. Let's see. Yadiel Hernandez is up versus Tyler McGill, who's basically turned into a pretty good pitcher in the present so far. I did not have much hope for him, especially after seeing him for the last couple of seasons, up and down. But he's got a lot of pitches, and he's looks like he can hang in there for quite a few starts. So something that it's good to see. We'll see what happens as the season progresses. Yadiel Hernandez, 0 for 2 today on the season's batting 275 with 4 doubles, 4 home runs. So McGill is still in there, barely. He's on fumes, 56, and that'll be a ground ball to the first baseman. Alonso, he takes it himself. Smith is over there. Alonso, I believe, is the DH today. So Smith makes that play. And here is Keibert Ruiz, or Kabert, 40-54. So we're going to roll on the 54 chart. And that's a 63. What does that say? A 63 is going to be a pitch called by catcher. It's either a K or a home run. Holy smokes. All right, so let's look at the catcher here. It is Nito. Nito's pitch call is a C. He's a C, so 61, 63 rather. Let's see. So he is a C, so it's a 3-6. It's a strikeout. Otherwise, it's a home run. So we need a 3-6 on this D6. So here's the pitch, and that ball is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3-6 is, so like I said, 3-6 on a C. Catcher on a 63 I rolled would be an out, luckily for us, luckily for the Mets. All right. So Keibert Ruiz strikes out, and there's 2 outs in the inning. And here comes Michael Franco. He used to be with the Phillies for a long time, 25 now. This could be a 13. It's a home run. In other words, 1-13 or 11-13 is a home run. 11-24 is a hit by pitch. Otherwise, it's ripped. And a 23 will be a plunk. He gets ouch in the ribs. A hit by pitch, and Franco takes first on that hit by pitch I play auto steal system, and there's no steal there. And that's going to be it for McGill. We're going to the bullpen for the Mets. See who we're going to grab here. It is a pretty close game. All right, so a guy named Novacek is going to come in there. He's going to face Strange Gordon. So it's Novacek versus Strange Gordon. And Franco's on at first with 2 outs. Here's a pitch, and that is a 33, which is a potential hit, and it is not. It's going to be a line drive to left field, and McNeil comes up with it for the Mets to get out of the inning. All right. So Aaron Sanchez still on the mound. He's got a 3-hitter going here. We're in the top of the 8th. This is probably the last inning he will go. It is Guillorme. Here's a pitch, and that is a 35, and that'll be a 1. That's a base hit, ground ball through up the middle, and past the diving Strange Gordon. So Nito now at the plate. He will bat, and that is a 43, which will be popped up left side, third baseman. Franco makes the catch. And it's Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo today's 0 for 3, batting .255 on the season. Was a .274 hitter in 2022. Here's a pitch, and that is a 63, which will be a fly ball right field. Soto over towards the line. Makes the catch. And the Mets got 2 outs now. Here in the top of the 8th inning. Guillorme takes his lead off first. Sanchez looks over there. And here's Marte, the pitch. And that is a 51, which is a potential error on the shortstop, Strange Gordon. 16. Oh, that's going to be an error. That is going to be an error. That is going to be an error. Let's take a quick look. 60. He's a 41. That's a 16. That's the second error of the game. So it's bounces off the heel of his mitt, and that's an E6. And that's going to bring up Francisco Lindor. The go-ahead run is at the plate. And we're going to keep Sanchez. You know what? We're going to pull Sanchez. He's got endurance to spare. But I think we're going to pull, excuse me, we're going to pull Sanchez. We're going to go to the bullpen. We've got Francisco Lindor at the plate against a guy named Victor Arano. He's coming in here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. See if he can do his, we didn't roll for him. Let's roll for him. That's a 6. He will have his 6 stuff, which is a 5, 3, 3, 3. Here's the pitch, and that is a 53, and that's going to be, a ground ball to the second baseman, and it gets by him. He's an E. This is an A, so, and that's going to be a 1-base advancement. So the bases are going to be loaded now for the Mets. So Francisco Lindor muscles one past the diving Hernandez, who knocks it down and keeps it in the infield and keeps Guillorme from scoring. So here's Pete Alonso. Victor Arano versus Pete Alonso with the bases loaded here in the top of the 8th inning and 2 outs. Can't get more exciting than this. Here's the pitch, and that is a 24, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Arano pumps his fist. All right. Novacek is still in there against Victor Robles. Bottom of the 8th. 21 will be a home run to 14, double to 26, and 46 will be a fly out to left field. Out there is McNeil. So 1 out. Next is Cesar Hernandez, the pitch, a 32, and that'll be bounced up the middle, and that's through into center field for a base hit. So Hernandez on at first. We're going to go to the bullpen. We need a lefty to face Soto. So let's grab somebody quickly here. We got Jason Shreve. He's our main lefty guy here. So let's do that. Let's call on Shreve. Let's grab him quickly. Trying to keep all the guys I use on a daily basis in one pile. Sometimes I kind of move them around to the bottom. Shreve may be at the bottom, but we don't. There he is. Okay. All right, Jason Shreve. Let's see what kind of stuff he will have. He will face lefty on lefty here against Soto. He will have his 5 stuff, which is a 3-3, 9, and 4. That means he's allowing a lot of base on balls. With a 9. Oh, actually, it's a 9 home run, excuse me. 23 and 22 are home runs on his card. He's a fly ball pitcher. So 16 will be a fly ball. All right, let's see. So let's circle that. That's a fly ball just in case. Okay, so Jason Shreve, the ex-Yankee, is going to be facing Juan Soto with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Washington Nationals lead 2-0. It's 2-6-2 for the Nationals, 0-5-0 for the Mentsies. All right, here's the pitch, and that is a 25, and that is potentially trouble, potentially. Let's roll a 21, and that's going to be a hit by pitch, so Soto gets plunked. And that moves an insurance run into scoring position. And next is Josh Bell, who's got an RBI today already. He's 1 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs, excuse me. Banged 288 on the season, was a 301 hitter in 100 games in 2022. Here's the pitch, and that is a 46. 46, the base on balls 1-6, and that's going to be ball 4. So that's going to load the bases. And up comes Nelson Cruz with the bases loaded and 1 out. Mets are going to play infield in. Here's the pitch, and that is a 65, which is going to be a deep drive. A strikeout? No, just missed a strikeout. A deep drive to center field, and we're going to try to move Soto up. I have to look at the chart for this one. We're going to try to get Soto to tag here. Center field, right here. Okay, let's roll. And it's a 4, second to third, and it will be in advance. So Soto will tag up, and the Nationals score an insurance run. So it's a fly ball, center field, runner on third scores, runner on second is safe. So a sac fly deep to center field, and tagging up is Soto. And we got first and third with 2 outs now, and it's Yadiel Hernandez. Now he's another lefty, so we are going to go with him with Shreve. Here's the pitch, and that's a 43, and that'll be popped up right side. First baseman Smith waits for it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. But the Nationals do pick up an insurance run. They lead at 3-0. Go to top of the 9th. Last licks for the Mets. We're going to go and grab the closer for the Nationals, so you can pick up a save here in this save situation. Who is the closer? I have no idea. I'll look. Luckily, my helper, Digital Diamond Baseball, tells me, hey, dummy, this is the closer. Tanner Rainey is the closer. Tanner Rainey, we will roll. It's a 4 stuff. Let's see if we can find Tanner Rainey. All right, so Tanner Rainey has his 4 stuff. He will be facing the left. He's a fly ball pitcher, so he's going to get some credit for some fly balls here, especially on 12. On 12 will be a fly ball. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. All right, and it's going to be Dom Smith. Dom Smith today's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Tanner Rainey, 52, and that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle, and it's knocked down by the pitcher. Will he rush to throw and be charged with an error? No. He will hold on to it, but it's going to be a score. The scorekeeper says it's a single. infield single. So it's a smash up the middle that Rainey knocked down, and that puts Smith on at first base and brings up Eduardo Escobar 0 for 3 today, batting 281. Pitch from Rainey, and that's going to be a 25. That can be dangerous, and it will not be dangerous. It may be a double play. 44, I don't know. I got to check the chart for this one. 44 will be no, just missed the double play. It's a ripped and caught by the second baseman, Hernandez. Cesar Hernandez, not Yadiel Hernandez, who's the left fielder. So it's an L4 and just missed it, being a double play. So that's one away for the Mets, and up comes Jeff McNeil. Pitch from Tanner Rainey, a 65, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and strikes out. Jeff McNeil chases a ball high and away, and now is another lefty for the Mets with 2 outs. The Mets down to their last out here, and a 3-0 deficit with Smith taking his lead off first base. Rainey looks at Ruiz for the sign. He's ready to roll here against Luis Guillorme. Guillorme's 2 for 3 today, has his batting average up to 327. Here's the pitch, and that's a 22, and that'll be a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Strange flips to the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez, covering, and that, my friends, is the ball game. Another game of field day baseball. So I'm getting into the groove here of field day baseball. I like the feeling of getting into the groove. I'm Tony Porter, your host. Check out Field Day Baseball Facebook group or Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. We have tons of great content, a bunch of great guys. It's basically a community group, and that's all I have to say for today. Let's look a little bit at the stats very quickly. Let's save this box score. So the Mets are shut out here at Washington. I believe this may be the 3rd game of the series. Not totally sure. I'll check next day. Let me go the next day. No, the Mets got one more. It's going to be, well, hold on. Let me go on to this box score. So the Mets are 18-14. The Nats are 14-18. Sanchez will be the winning pitcher. He went 7 2/3, gave up 4 hits and 0 runs. Josh Bell is the MVP of the game. For the Mets, it is Tyler McGill who takes the loss. He's 1-3, gave up 2 runs in 6.2 innings, 4.35 ERA. Let's see. Sanchez, like I said, gets the win, 2-1, 7.2, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And that's about it. Pitches thrown, I got Sanchez with 80, and I got Sanchez with 69. Let's see, Mets offense, anything worth mentioning? Guillorme had 2 hits. And that's about it, guys, but the Mets lose it. They lose it by a score of 3-0, and we got one more, I'm pretty sure it's one more game with the Nats. It's going to be Adon versus Taiwan Walker, I believe it is. And then after that, the Mets will host Seattle, the Mariners. So I'm going to have to print out that set today. I print them as I go. That's how I do this. And, of course, the schedule and keeps track of all my pitching matchups and everything. I use Digital Diamond Baseball. Excellent little game. Very, very, very worth the money. $25 for 120 seasons. It does all the work for me. Keeps all the stats, the leaderboards, the standings, the endurance. It tells me, it informs me about, who's who in the bullpen, how they played them, and so on. So I know who the closer is, who the setup guy is, who the long middle relief guys are, that sort of thing. So anyway, I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and also comment.